Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed about vaccination. Who introduced the vaccination? Edward Jenner has introduced the vaccination. He has used the pustules of cowpox to apply onto the skins of healthy people in order to prevent the occurrence of smallpox, because cowpox virus is milder version than compared to smallpox, and both of them are related viruses in structure and function. So only when the persons are exposed to cowpox, the immune system of their bodies could prevent the smallpox. In Latin, vacca means cow, vaccinia means cowpox. From these two terms, vaccination word has arisen. And what is vaccine? Vaccine is killed or inactivated infectious microbe which is given to the person's body so as to make that person's immune system to develop memory against that particular infectious microbe. That is vaccine. Killed or inactivated infectious microbe which is administered into the person's body so as to make that person's immune system to develop memory against that particular infectious microbe. The general principle of vaccination. What is the general principle of vaccination? The general principle of vaccination is fooling the immune system by administering the killed or inactive microbe for developing a memory for that particular infectious microbe when actual active microbe enters into the person's body. So what is the general principle? You are fooling the immune system. Fooling means immune system will be becoming alert when there is a threat. But actually, you are not giving any threat to the immune system, but you are administering or injecting or giving the infectious microbe in its inactive form. The immune system, it cannot recognize whether the entered infectious microbe is in active form or inactive form. So, even though you have injected the inactive form, the immune system feels that it is active form and it gets fooled, and it immediately becomes alert and starts preparing antibodies, and it remembers that particular infectious microbe. So now you have injected the inactive form. So your body didn't get disease, but immune system, it has got its memory about that infectious microbe. So when actual active microbe enters into the person's body by some means of spread through air, through water, through sexual contact or some other thing, okay, and whatever the means that actual infectious microbe can enter, through that means, if it enters, and the person is already given the vaccine for that particular infectious microbe, and immune system has already got the memory about it, immediately after the entry of that microbe into the person's body, without making any delay, it attacks on it. The immune system attacks on that infectious microbe, and the person is protected from getting disease. Not he is getting cured. He is not getting disease only. That is what? Prevention. Vaccination is not what? Causing any disease, and it is not curing the disease. Instead, what it is doing, it is preventing the occurrence of disease. As already vaccine is given, the vaccine would prevent the subsequent exposure to the infectious microbe turning into a disease. So vaccination would prevent the subsequent exposure to the infectious microbe turning into a disease. So the infectious microbe cannot cause the disease now, because already vaccination is given. the immune system has got memory and it can prepare sufficient number of antibodies within no time, and the infectious microbe can easily be eliminated. So the person would not be getting any disease. There are different vaccines that are available for different infectious microbes. Like there is a vaccine for tetanus, there is a vaccine for diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, smallpox, hepatitis. For so many diseases, vaccines are already prepared. And as a public health program, after the childbirth until a particular age, about even 14-15 years or so, slowly, okay, the vaccination is carried out as per the age. So vaccination is included under the public health program of childhood immunization for preventing infectious diseases. So vaccination is included under the public health program of childhood immunization for preventing infectious diseases. If people are exposed to the infectious microbes in their milder doses naturally, then they develop immunity against them naturally without actually vaccination has been done to them. So, if persons are getting exposed to the infectious microbe in their milder doses, means less number of, then immune system will be becoming active to those less number of microbes, okay, and it prepares the antibodies. So when actual dose or large dose of infectious microbe enter, by that time immune system has already got memory. So there is a immunity in the body. This is what called herd immunity. Now many people are getting herd immunity against this COVID-19 virus. You all might be knowing about it. But this developed immunity is not known to the individuals, whether they are immune to that particular infectious microbe or not. So everyone must get vaccination that are available in public health program. Okay, thinking that I might have got already exposed to some microbes in their milder doses, so I will not get the disease, like that. If many person thinks and not undergoing vaccination, then that person may be under some vulnerable condition if the immune system has not developed any resistance against that particular infectious microbe. Rabies, you all might have heard of rabies virus. It causes a disease known as hydrophobia, and this virus spreads by the bite of rabid dogs, cats, monkeys. What does it mean, rabid? The dog is already infected with the rabies virus. Such dog is called rabid dog. If a cat is already infected with the rabies virus, such cat is called rabid cat. Right? So, when such rabid dog or cat bites persons, and bite the persons, then the persons also will get the rabies disease. So, there is no treatment for this rabies disease actually. Proper treatment is not there. So, persons must be given rabies vaccination. Okay. And then only, even if the rabid dog or cat bites these persons, they are protected from not getting this rabies disease. What is the other name for rabies disease? Hydrophobia. Why? Because the persons who get this disease, they are, they will be having a nervous feeling towards touching of water. They are having fear from touching the water. Means not by looking at the water they get fear. If they touch the water, they will get some tetanization of the body. Right? So that is what called hydrophobia, as they are getting fear from water. Hydro means water, phobia means fear. Okay, this disease is known as hydrophobia. There are anti-rabies vaccines that are available for both humans as well as other animals. Why? Because many people, they have the pet animals. So pet animals are more prone to be bitten by the other animals. So if other animal is having the rabies virus in it, by the bite of that other animal, your pet animal also will get this rabies disease and it will become rabid. And after becoming rabid, okay, the brain, the rabies virus, it affects the brain. The animal will be losing its consciousness. It will not be recognizing the persons properly, whether they are good persons, bad persons, whether the animal should can bite them or should not bite them. All those things, the animal will not be making any judgment. So that the rabid animal, even if it is your pet animal, also if it is becoming rabid, it may bite you. So in order to protect your pet animal as well as yourselves, after taking any animal as your pet animal, you need to just make it to be given this rabies vaccination. Okay, then only the animal is protected and you are also protected, right? Okay, with this chapter is completed. We will discuss about the exercises, questions, everything in the next class.